Hi Marcy, my name is JD Heatherly and I will be guiding you through this usability session today. Before we begin our session, I'm going to go over some necessary information. I will be reading from this script to ensure that I do not miss any pertinent details regarding the usability test. First of all, let me say thank you for your participation in this study. By now it is probably apparent why we have brought you here, but I will go back over this just to make sure. Today you are going to be testing out an application for us to see if said application works as it was intended to work. This session will take roughly 1 hour. When using the application interface, keep in mind that we are testing out the usability of the website. This test is not a direct reflection of you. If you make mistakes, that's okay. The purpose of this test is for us to figure out how easy it is to use the interface, not to gather how proficient you are in using the interface. As you use the application's interface and navigate through the given scenarios, we would like for you to verbalize your thought process as much as possible. As you work through the scenarios, tell us what you're looking at, what you're trying to do, and your thought process for performing the actions that you're performing. By verbalizing your thought process, you provide us with valuable information that can be used to improve the interface. Do not hold back any thoughts of frustration that you have regarding the interface. This test is designed so we can improve the usability of the interface. As we go through this usability test, if you have any questions, ask them. In some cases, I might not answer your question immediately because we would like to see how the participant responds to a challenging scenario without immediate help. When we're done with the test, I will try to answer any questions you have to the best of my ability. If you need to stop recording at any time, you may do so. Inform me that you would like to stop recording for a moment and we will pause the test. Throughout the test, you will be using an Apple iPad. With your permission, this iPad will be recording the screen as you use it, and it will also be recording our dialogue. This recording will only be used to improve the interface of the application. The only people that will have access to this recording are those that are working on the project. This will allow me to take fewer notes while you are working with the interface. At this time, I would like to ask you to sign a consent form for us that states that you give us permission to record you. It also states that this recording will only be seen or used by people associated with the test. Technical difficulties. Okay, first I'm going to ask you a few general questions. What is your occupation?
A college student.
How long have you been doing this occupation?
A year and a half.
How much time do you spend using your devices for non-internet based tasks? So editing Word documents, for example, playing offline games, so on and so forth. And by devices, any device, desktop, laptop, phone, iPad.
Probably like 6 hours a day.
For non-internet based tasks?
Yes.
Okay. On average, how much time do you spend on the internet per week?
Probably like 20 hours a week.
Okay. Do you use a music streaming service such as Spotify, Pandora, or Apple Music? If so, which one do you use most of the time?
Spotify.
Roughly how much time per day do you spend listening to music on a streaming service?
Probably like 3 hours a day.
Great. We are done with the general questions. Now I can move on to looking at the application interface we are testing. First, I would like to ask you to look at the interface and give me your first thoughts and impressions. What, if anything, jumps out at you? What company created this application in your mind? What kinds of things do you think that you can do on this app? Give me 1 or 2 minutes of narration regarding the interface. You may scroll up and down, but do not click on any of the buttons or links just yet.
The first thing that popped out to me was the color of the website, because I use Spotify and Spotify is black and this is a white background. Then obviously the top picks for me was the first thing I noticed. So that's similar to Spotify. Scrolling through, it seems accessible to use, like see your library, your songs, playlists.
Okay. Okay. Thank you for your input. Now I'm going to provide you with a set of scenarios, one at a time. For each scenario, you're going to complete the given task at hand. I will read each scenario out loud and provide you with a printed copy if you need to read the scenario. For each task, I would like for you to try and avoid using the search field unless the scenario specifically asks you to do so or I give you permission to use it. Once again, I would ask that you think out loud as you work through each scenario. So your first scenario, you have a song stuck in your head, but you cannot remember the name of this song. With that being said, you do know some of the lyrics to this song. Search for this song and select it to play. So for the sake of this scenario, you can, let's just say, for example, actually know the song. Just pretend that all you know is like some lyrics of the song. And if you need it, that's right there for you to read. So the first scenario. And once again, if you would vocalize kind of your thought process while you're clicking, what you're seeing, how you're feeling, etc., as you walk through these.
I would want to type in the lyrics of the song somewhere, but I don't really see a little search box on this main page I'm scrolling through. Going to the left-hand side where there's smaller print. Oh, I see a search box now. And it says you can type lyrics in. I'm just typing some lyrics from a Harry Styles song.
Okay.
And I typed in 3 words and it popped up.
Okay. All right. So your next scenario, you're wanting to listen to an album of your choice. However, you aren't too fond of the entire album. There are 3 or 4 songs on the album that you really like, so you want to arrange the order of play so that these 3 or 4 songs come first. Play the album and arrange the order of play so that your 4 favorite songs play first. So if you want to pick out an actual album and pick your 4 favorite songs, you can, or if you want to just kind of pick an album and use 4 example songs. But your task is to put your 4 favorite songs at the top of, I guess, the play order of the album when you play it.
Okay. I'm going back to that search box where I typed in the lyrics, and I'm gonna do the album Rumors by Fleetwood Mac. And that popped up as soon as I typed it in.
And this should have been mentioned earlier. When you play an album or a song, it's going to play, but you're not going to hear any audio because Screencast-O-Matic's recording in the background.
Okay.
So it is playing.
I'm just going to hit one of my songs to play and then see if like a cue sort of thing will pop up that I could hit.
Okay.
That's currently playing, but I don't really know how to maximize my song. It shows me what song is playing next, but I would prefer a different one. I clicked on a little 3-dot icon to see more options, and that gives me some options, but I don't see like a cue feature yet.
Okay.
Now I'm going to go over to the right-hand side of the screen where it shows all the songs that are going to play off the Rumors album. I got the lyrics pulled up, but that wasn't really what I was wanting.
Okay. What did you do there? Did you just click on one of the songs?
Yeah, I clicked on a song and then another tab popped up.
Okay.
Gonna click on the 3 lines to the side of the song.
Okay.
That allows me to move the song.
Okay.
So I'm gonna move.
And you can just move a couple for the sake of this is fine. Just move a couple to the top.
So I figured out how to do it. I just had to click on the 3 lines to move songs.
Okay.
Into my next plane.
Okay. So, you are in the honeymoon phase of a new song and want to learn the lyrics of this song. Is it possible to see the live lyrics of the song as the artist performs the song?
Yeah. Oh, do that.
Yeah. So how would you get
I did that just recently by accident while looking on how to move the songs around. There's a little icon in the bottom right screen.
Okay.
That has a text box that pops up lyrics.
Okay. And what, if anything, so did anything jump out at you as far as the icon goes, or did you just kind of click on it by accident?
The little picture that's inside that square just made me think of dialogue, which kind of relates to lyrics.
Okay. So your next scenario, you are looking for a playlist within a certain genre of music but don't have any specific songs in mind. Find an Apple-generated playlist for a certain genre of music. So, for example, you could use 70s rock or 2000s hip-hop or chill vibes or 2016 hits. Mm-hmm. Just any type of Apple-generated playlist. And I would like for you to not use the search function for this one.
Okay. I'm going to go to Browse, which was on the left-hand side of the screen.
Okay.
Now I'm just scrolling on that Browse playlist or Browse page. And then at the very bottom of that, there's a thing that says categories.
Okay.
And then it just gives years and some like types of music. And I'm just going to go to like 80s music.
Okay.
And then now I currently see like a screen that says like Essentials 80s and different playlists like that. So I'm just going to click on the Essential New Wave. And then that popped up.
Okay. So, you really like the playlist from the previous step and would like to add all of the songs to your library and to a new playlist. Add the songs from the playlist to your library and to a new playlist.
Okay. Well, I see at the top of my screen there's an add feature. So that added it to my library.
Okay.
As far as adding it to a new playlist, I'm gonna go to, I see a playlist feature on the left hand side of the screen. I'm gonna look through that. Currently just reading through that screen. There's a new button at the top right. I'm gonna hit. And this is creating a new playlist. Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, you can just give it a name. Don't worry about the photo or the caption.
Okay. So I'm just gonna name that playlist really fast. And then there's a button that says add music. So I'm gonna click that. I'm gonna go back to browse because that's where I found that playlist the first time. And then scroll all the way down again to the bottom of that browse screen to categories. And then go back to the 80s one that I clicked on. And then I see that playlist, 80s Essentials, and I'll click on that. And then I'm now scrolling to the bottom of that playlist, an add button. I don't see one at the bottom. There's one at the top though that I see now. And then I just clicked on that and it said that the 100 songs on this 80s playlist are added to my new playlist. I'm gonna hit done. And then it looks like they've all popped up on there now, and then I hit done again.
Okay. Okay, so your next scenario, you decide you want to do some editing on this newly created playlist. Your title for the playlist just doesn't seem right, so you choose to rename the playlist. Also, there are a few songs on this playlist that you don't really want on there. Delete one or two songs from the playlist. Finally, you realize that your favorite songs aren't at the top of your playlist. Rearrange a few songs of your choice and place them at the top of your playlist.
Okay. Currently in the playlist section, I'm going to click on the one I just created. I see at the top right section of this screen, there's those three dots again. There's like a drop down tab that I see now. It says edit actions. I'm going to click on that. That popped up another page that's talking about deleting this from the library, so it's not what I was really wanting. Now I'm just going to hit the edit button. A add music feature popped up at the top of that once I hit edit. So now I'm clicking on that and I'm just going to add a song. And it's just a search box that popped up, so just typing in that. The song, I typed in the song that I wanted, and now I'm just hitting, there's a red plus sign to the right of the song that shows that I added that to my playlist.
Okay.
I don't really see a done button though now, so I don't know how to exit that screen. I see a clear button, but I don't think that's what I really would like. Just scrolling through that search page. I don't see a done button, but I do see like a cancel, so I'll just hit that, I guess. And that canceled my search engine box, so now I see a done, so I'm going to hit that.
Okay. So what, if anything, what are kind of your thoughts or feelings when using that little pop-up box?
It's kind of weird that there wasn't a done button, in my opinion.
Okay.
Because it said cancel, so I kind of thought that meant my song wasn't going to be added to my playlist.
Okay.
I don't really...
So, just reading this scenario again, you decide you want to do some editing on this newly created playlist. Your title for the playlist just doesn't seem right, so you choose to rename the playlist.
Okay.
Also, there are a few songs on this playlist that you don't really want on there. Delete 1 or 2 songs from the playlist. Finally, you realize that your favorite songs aren't at the top of your playlist. Rearrange a few songs of your choice and place them at the top of your playlist.
No.
And
I don't know what
that
I
is
just did.
printed in front of you. That's okay. That's fine.
So for the deleting songs from my playlist, there's a red circle that, in my mind, would indicate delete, and that's right, because it pops up a delete tab.
Okay.
So that was pretty easy to find, I think. So I've just deleted 2 songs from the playlist. As for how to change the name of my playlist, I don't really see an edit button anywhere on my screen. I see a description one, and when I click on that, I'm able to type, but that's not my name, like my playlist name, you know?
Okay.
Sorry,
No,
the
okay.
other step was because I don't understand how to...
So basically, change the title, delete a few songs, which you did, and then rearrange the order. Yeah.
For rearranging, all of the songs have those 3 lines next to like the minutes on the right side of my screen.
Okay.
And that's how I moved the songs on the Fleetwood Mac album earlier. So I'm just gonna see if that works again, and it does. So I moved one song that was kind of in the middle of the playlist to the top now.
Okay.
Okay. I figured out how to edit my name on my playlist. I just started tapping on the screen.
Okay.
And I tapped where the playlist name was, and a like space box popped up. So I'm just gonna change that name on my playlist. That was just kind of like a guess, though, just tapping around. So I figured that out.
Okay.
And then I hit done.
So what, for changing the name, what type of, if there were any indicators were there that you were actually able to edit the name from the edit screen?
There weren't really any indicators.
Okay.
I honestly kind of I just started tapping on stuff.
Okay.
And I was tapping on the description box, and then finger just kind of slid up.
Okay. So your next scenario, you're looking to find the hottest new music within certain genres. So by genres, we mean country music, rap music, pop music, etc., etc. Find the hottest new songs within 2 genres and add at least 1 song from each genre to your library. You cannot use the search bar or search function, but you can use the search tab or click on the search tab.
Okay. So I'm gonna go that search tab then. It still has my Fleetwood Mac popped up. That didn't really do anything, so now I'm just on browse, that category.
Okay.
And I'm just scrolling, trying to find a genre on browse. I don't really see anything on that. That section just has a lot of like recommended albums.
Okay.
If you look on the left side, there's a button that says genre, so that helps. I clicked on that, and then now I'm just gonna go choose pop music genre.
Okay. And then just add a couple of, the hot new songs or top songs from that genre to your library.
Well, I clicked on pop, but it just gave me like 10 albums, and all of those albums I don't think are like hot new music. I think that's downloaded music maybe.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go back, and I'm just scrolling on the left side of the screen. I'm gonna go to listen now. Now I'm just looking through the different parts on that listen now page, but I don't really see a genre. So I cannot use the search feature.
You cannot type anything into the search bar, but you can use the search tab, so you can go to the search page, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that's not really that helpful. I don't know how to find hot new music. I'm currently just looking through browse again, looking for genres, but I see like right now there's a lot of on the browse page I see like hot tracks.
Okay.
Is that right? Okay. So I'm gonna click, there's like a see all tab on the hot tracks little section. That gave me like just a list of songs.
Okay.
So the only thing is like they're not arranged by category or anything. I think it's just songs that are like popular right now.
Gotcha.
So is that like correct to use songs from that? Okay.
Yeah, there's no mistakes in this,
Okay.
in this test, so.
So I'm on that playlist, and I'm just gonna hit the add songs. It added it to my library. I need to add it to the playlist though, correct?
You can just add it to your library, that's fine.
Okay, so I just added a few songs to the library.
Okay. So your next scenario, you really like the new songs. You really like the new songs you've added to your library and are looking to add more songs like these to your music library. Pick one of these songs that you just added and create a custom station that plays songs that are similar to the song you chose.
Okay. I'm gonna go to recently added. I pulled up one of these songs, and now I need to make a playlist.
Create a custom station that plays songs that are similar to the song you chose.
A custom station. I'm just gonna hit the three dots again. That drops down that tab again. So our station and a playlist, are they two separate things?
Yes.
Okay.
So a playlist is going to be something you put all the songs together. A custom station is basically going to auto-generate the next song for you to play based on the song you make the station off of. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
I hit that like edit tab again, the three dots, but it just says delete from library or add to a playlist. There's a love feature, so maybe if I hit that. I hit that and a little tab popped up and it said we'll recommend more songs like that. I don't really know if that did anything. Let's go over to the left side of the screen and search for station. I hit the edit button on the left side of the screen and it just popped up a little feature asking me what I wanted to see on my library, so that wasn't it. Hit listen now. So now I'm just scrolling through that little feature on listen now. I see now there's like a tab on listen now that says stations for you. But I don't see like an edit feature. Oops, I just clicked on one of those. I didn't mean to do that.
That's okay.
I don't really see how I'm supposed to create a station on this page. I'm just clicked on recently played now.
So kind of describe your thought process or maybe a feeling or emotion as you're trying to work through this scenario.
This one's definitely the hardest, I feel like, so far of the scenarios, because I can't find like a create button. Like on the playlist section there was that plus sign that you could hit to create a playlist, but I don't really see that anywhere.
Okay.
On these kind of songs. Think so. I was looking in the playlist section and like the browsing, but clicking on the songs, there's 3 dots. Those and that there is a create a station action. So if you click on that, maybe it'll pop something up. I don't see anything popping up. Let me go back. I'm gonna clear that. Okay, so I've got a song playing. I'm gonna hit those 3 dots and then hit create a station. And then using those 3 lines, that button again, it does show me what songs are going to play next, and the song I chose was a pop song, and it looks like the next songs are also like pop songs related.
Okay. So for your next scenario, you are currently enrolled in Apple Music's free 3-month student trial. After completion of the trial, you're automatically signed up for monthly automatic billing. When does your free trial expire? How much will your monthly bill be for a single plan once your trial expires? And how much would it cost to add others to your plan and start a family plan?
I'm just going to go back to the browse little screen or home screen of the Apple Music. Or now I clicked on listen now. There's a little like person icon in the top right corner. So I clicked on that and it tells me there there's a red, in red it says upgrade to a family plan, and underneath that it says just $10 more per month for up to 6 people.
Okay. So when will your free trial expire, and what's a solo monthly plan cost?
I'm gonna click on notifications. I'm still under that like little account setting. No, notifications was not the right thing. I'm gonna hit manage subscription, and it's popping something up. And then it popped up. It says free for 3 months for students, and then it says $4.99 for one student for 1 month for a student, and then it says renews December 21st.
Okay.
And then there's also like a cancel feature.
Okay. So your final scenario, you notice that when you use your library in the navigation menu, that you never use the composer's link. And just for the sake of this, yes. For the sake of this, let's say you never use the genres link.
Okay.
Remove the genres icon from your navigation bar. Also, you realize that you use the albums tab far more than the other tabs. Move the albums icon to the top of your library navigation.
Okay.
So remove genres and move albums to the top.
Okay. I think. Well, when I was trying to find the genres, I hit that earlier in a previous scenario. There's a little edit button on the top right, and I hit that. And it brings up those same like delete buttons that I saw whenever I was deleting songs. So I'm just gonna like click that red circle, and now genres is not highlighted. Oh, I clicked it again on accident. And then I see those 3 like movie tabs again that I had on the playlist as well.
Okay.
Albums is already at the top, so I'll just move like songs or something to the top.
Okay. That's fine.
But yeah, that was. And then I'll just click done, and now the like songs is above albums.
Okay. Thank you for completing the scenarios. Your recording will be extremely valuable in helping our team make improvements to the interface. At this moment in time, I would like to ask for you to take 1 or 2 minutes to give your conclusions or overall thoughts on using the interface. Maybe where you ran into some problems, what was easy about using it, and since you're a Spotify user, maybe compare and contrast the usability or using the 2 different interfaces.
Yeah. I would say the most difficult thing was editing the playlist for me.
Okay.
Just because I feel like there was some blanks where it wasn't obvious where I could edit the playlist and where I could not edit the playlist, if that makes sense.
Yep.
I thought it was kind of easy to figure out the like subscription part, just because knowing that it's an Apple product, they did use the same like little emoji icon thing that they use for like Apple IDs and stuff like that.
Okay.
So whenever I saw that on the home page of Apple Music, that made sense to me.
Okay.
Compared to Spotify, I don't really like how on Apple Music that whole like left 1/3 of the screen where you search and like can find songs and albums, and then you have the like 2/3 of the right of your screen is where you can kind of scroll in each category. That is a little more confusing to me than how on Spotify you have a search page at the very top of your screen that spans across the whole screen, and you can just type into that like a playlist, an artist, or whatever.
Okay.
Whereas here you can go to your playlists are down at the bottom, like your saved playlist, which I think is like a bit of a struggle to like get to. It's not like automatic.
Okay.
Their browse feature, they have a lot of the browse feature. I was able to navigate that just fine, I think. But it is kind of odd to me, and I think that's different than Spotify, is how the more to explore the categories and like charts, that's at the very bottom. So you have to scroll to the very bottom of that to find like categories of music.
Okay. Okay. Well, thank you for your input once again. This input will be extremely valuable in helping our team make improvements to the interface. Do you have any questions for me now that we're done? Okay. Thank you, Marcy, for your time. I hope you have a great day.
Thanks.